It seems more and more school shootings are making headlines. We hear politicians talk about it, parents and school administrators talk about it, but two local high school students think it's time that young people talked about it, and they start the conversation by clearing up a misconception.
The right side of the political spectrum, like, I know that it's definitely a common misconception for Republicans that anytime the word gun reform is brought up, it's definitely like all of our guns are going to be taken away, and like that's definitely not what we're promoting. Like, we just want to be in a nation where we feel comfortable going to school, going out in public, and that goes for all ages. I mean, not just high school students, but all the way up.
Do you really think about it? I mean, is it really something that's on your mind that somebody could come in with a gun in your school?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes. And I know that I'm not alone in that. Like, I come to school some days and like everybody's like, what would actually happen? And like another thing too is that I feel like we're not prepared. Like, no. Like, if something were to actually happen, the drills that we're supposed to be taught would not actually be carried out. Like, it would just be chaos.
Ignoring any lines that may divide them, these two have come together, Autumn and Palmer, to plan Crossing the Aisle for gun reform. It's a rally coming up Saturday at the courthouse in Bowling Green.
But I think it's important to recognize small steps that we can do.
Right, for sure.
Autumn's a conservative, I'm a liberal, and so it sort of takes conversation, and that's not necessarily taking all the guns away, but it's not leaving them there. So that's something we can both
agree on. It's a compromise thing. Yeah. There has to be a middle ground found somewhere, because we can't allow students to continue to be afraid every day, but we also can't take away the rights that are given to people.
Yeah, and especially in America, you know, our Constitution is laid out so literally that we have the right to bear arms, which is why I think in America specifically it's so difficult to put restraints on.
The pair says it's also about feeling safe while you get your education.
I think it's really cool to have an event where everybody feels like their opinion is accepted, and it's not like, oh, I can't go to that because I don't belong in that political party. Like, I want everybody to know specifically about this, like, about the rally, that they're welcome regardless of their beliefs, because that's our whole movement, is that it's a thing that we should all come together on.
What do you want in the end? What's a win? What would you consider a win?
I just want there to be a conversation. I just want people to come together, and the list of speakers we have is so diverse. We have people who professionally shoot rifles, people who are part of like gun and rod clubs,
people who don't even own guns.
Exactly. Right. This is a starting point. This is where we're going to take in highly conservative Kentucky and bring a various array of people together who have different experiences with guns, who have lived through shootings, who have experienced all these different things, and come together and discuss something in a common neutral ground, and just start a conversation.
I think our main goal is just to be heard. And while everybody in this nation knows that they have the right to be heard, I don't think that they ever take advantage of it as much as they should. And I think that we just want to exercise that right, because that's something that's given to us that some people don't have.
Especially as young kids, as high school students, we're the most, you know, we're at risk every day. We go into an environment, and school shootings happen all the time, but nobody ever.
And I feel like that's not a perspective that's looked into enough. That I feel like definitely people are so used to hearing the perspectives from politicians and people of older age, and they don't actually hear from the youth. And I mean, we're the next generation, and I think that it's important that our voices are heard.
To find out more, you can go on Facebook, search Crossing the Aisle for gun reform. Again, it's coming up this Saturday at the courthouse in Bowling Green, and everyone is welcome.